Monster Month continues here at Vader Reviews, and as you can see behind me, what is that? We're doing the Wolfman. There's supposed to be a full moon behind me. That's no moon. That's a space station.
I could pull us around to the fourth moon, sir.
No, forget it. Just keep rolling. We gotta hurry up. I gotta go in a couple minutes. Talkin just called. He said there's some X-Wings making an attack run or something. Look at the size of that thing. What good a snub fighter is gonna be against that? Where was I? Oh yes, Monster Month. Will this film leave us howling for more, or is it a pile of dog crap? Let's find out as I review The Wolfman. Directed by George Wagner, originally intended as a new creature feature for Boris Karloff by Universal Studios. Bela Lugosi, after turning down the role of the monster in Frankenstein, campaigned heavily for the role, but it ultimately fell to Lon Chaney Jr. The film was shot in 30 days from October 27th to November 25th. Just 17 days later, it was released on December 12, 1941. Our film begins as we meet Larry Talbot, played by Lon Chaney Jr., who returns to his family estate after the death of his older brother. And already we have a touch of irony, as the guy born with a silver spoon in his mouth will later become a werewolf. Good old Larry starts acting like a wolf when he meets Gwen Conley, played by Evelyn Ankers. Turns out Gwen's already engaged, but that won't stop our boy from trying to get his grubby paws on her. Gwen decides to go out with Larry because, well, he's rich. But Little Miss Two-Timer also insists on bringing along her friend Jenny, who gets the raw end of the deal when the gang decides to visit a group of wandering gypsies in a creepy forest in the middle of the night. Yeah, can't see that one blown up in your face. Turns out Jenny isn't lucky in love, or in life for that matter, as Bella the gypsy fortune teller turns into a werewolf and starts nibbling on her kibbles and bits. Larry is also bitten by the werewolf while he tries unsuccessfully to rescue poor Jenny. Fun fact, the wolf Lon Chaney fights was actually a trained attack dog. While filming the fight scene, the dog bit Chaney and broke several bones in his hand. Chaney, whose idea of a good time was getting drunk every night and brawling with his best friend until neither of them could stand, liked that he could fight and roughhouse with the dog, so he bought it from the trainer right there on the spot. Back to the movie. Things start to get hairy for Mr. Talbot when he transforms into a werewolf himself and kills the local grave digger. Much of the modern lore surrounding werewolves originated with this film, with one exception. In the film, a person turns into a werewolf during the autumn when the wolfbane blooms, not once a month during the full moon like in subsequent films. Imagine if once a month someone went from their normal friendly self and turned into some sort of raging, angry, irrational monster. Good thing it's only fiction, am I right, guys? Because if that happened in real life, that would be terrifying. After he comes to from his canine bender, Larry heads to the Gypsy Carnival to unwind. In a sequence that was later cut, Talbot was going to fight a bear. Chaney was excited about the prospect, being a brawler by nature, and while he was fighting, the 600-pound bear got loose and chased leading lady Evelyn Ankers until she was rescued by an electrician who pulled her up a ladder. The Wolfman was originally intended as a psychological horror film by writer Kurt Siodmak. The audience was never intended to see Lawrence Talbot transform into a wolf, never stating whether Talbot's lycanthropy was real or all in his head. You can still see these plot threads in Larry's father, Sir John, played by Claude Rains. Rains, whose breakout performance was another classic, The Invisible Man, adds an element of class to the film. His performance as a caring father, fearing for the sanity of his son, elevates the film. Before the climax, Larry gives his father a silver-headed cane for protection. Later that night, he stalks the woods once again as the Wolfman, pursued by the villagers, including his father and Gwen Conley, who is now in love with him for some reason. Gwen faints in the monster's arms just as Larry's father comes to the rescue, and in a touch of tragic irony, Gwen is saved when Sir John kills the Wolfman, using the very same silver-headed cane she sold to Larry at the beginning of the film. While the now iconic Wolfman makeup designed by Jack Pierce took 6 hours to apply, no one had a harder time on set than actress Evelyn Ankers, who nearly died twice during the production of this film. The first was when she was chased by the bear, and the second was during the climax. While the dramatic battle between father and son took place, her character had fainted, and she had to remain on the ground, breathing in the chemicals used to produce the low-hanging fog that covered the set. Anchors lay hidden in the fog, unconscious while the crew set up the next shot, until they finally noticed she was missing and began searching for her. Life-threatening or no, where this film truly shines is its mood and dreamlike quality. The eerie fog-bound trees mixed with the score gave this film a wonderful sense of mystery and atmosphere. In the end, The Wolfman is a true classic in every sense of the word. Ahead of its time for adding a psychological element to the film, the storyline, while simple, also captures elements of the classic Greek tragedies. Where the film falters, however, is its abrupt ending. Almost like a Three Stooges skit who's run out of gags, the film just ends. In most of these films, there is a final shot or line of dialogue to tie the story together. King Kong is an excellent example of this, but The Wolfman has no "it was beauty that killed the beast" moment, and the ending suffers because of this. So does it lead the pack of Universal monster films? No. But for its groundbreaking visual effects work, memorable score, haunting dreamlike atmosphere, stellar performance by Claude Rains and Lon Chaney Jr. as the Wolfman, and the iconic creature design by Jack Pierce, I'll throw this film a bone and give the Wolfman 3 out of 5 Death Stars. The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am. This has been Vader Reviews. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications, and follow me on Twitter @Vader Reviews. Join the Empire today. You do not yet realize your importance. Share these videos, and together we will rule the internet. And always remember, you don't know the power of the dark side.